everybody. Welcome to a brand new day. You can just find a seat on the couch, Abby, and give that you can sit there as well. A little celebration music going on, a little introduction. It's an orchestra. Now, both of you can sit down. Okay, everybody. So, that was wonderful. So, I feel like tweeting it today. Maybe we'll do one more. I don't know. Dance of the Hours. Let's hear that one. And then, so we'll do one more, and then we're going to come to practicality here of what's going to be going on. What we're going to completely turn around. This one's called Dance of the Hours. Whoa! I didn't expect it to get that well. Let me see if I can adjust the volume here and turn it down a little bit. Alright. I think that should be good. Loud, but not too loud. Start it out a little bit quiet. That song sounds very familiar. That's something that Alan Sherman actually sung. Just being funny. He does song parodies. He did one for the 12 Days of Christmas. Classy. Sounds a little bit like the Nutcracker. It's like the ultimate classic ballet dance. We're doing it down here today because it's like an oven up in the other room. so hot up in that sunroom. So over this coming summer, we're going to be down here a lot more. Just know that. Because that room gets really, really hot. I figured that you would like this because, it has to do with dance. So, obviously. Okay. Let me see here. Okay. Alright, so that's the fun music for now, everybody. We'll listen to a couple other things later. That'll really really fun also. But I just want to tell you what is going to be going on at the Sminton, because I am just going to warn you up front. I'm just going to make this crystal clear, because I told you this before. I may be off and running on a lot of plans that I've already put into action, and I may have enough stuff already, and it may be overwhelming and random or whatever. But I did tell you over and over again that this Minton is unpredictable. You might think that you're going in one direction, but all of a sudden there's a change, or there's an add-on, or something's taken out of that, and that is what is happening now. And no, the answer is not being downhill, a lot more. Although that can, make a very, very good cardinal addition to what's going to be happening forward. Because let me tell you, I might be off and running on a lot of plans. It's just going to change because of new interests and new shows or movies watched. And indeed, you're all going to be watching a show that is very, very similar to Dance Moms, of which there's only 2 seasons of. And if you, it's a little bit more focused on the dance and the actual interest and excitement and the passion and the joy of it, rather than the stress and pressure, having to win, all that kind of thing. It's a little bit shorter, focuses more on the dance, and it's more like a competition setup. Now, I'm just gonna say this right here and right now, that seeing the show, I think that you're a lot more reasonable on that show than the Dance Moms, it appears. So, this show is where certain competitors come to Los Angeles, and there was a host in the show who is very, very charming, reminding me of because I several times on occasion, especially in the fall time, because I teach over at one organization and he's right on the other side of the street. But I have gotten to know him quite a long time. He is the computer teacher, the movie producer, the film or over at the middle school. I do not teach over there. I teach at the high school. His name is David Dubchek, and he, the host of the show, which I forgot his name, reminds me of him. So there's an audition of which I think about 12 dancers get in. They have the show. What happens is, I'm not going to give you any spoilers for what happens, because, it's not my belief system to do that, and I want you to see it, but I will tell you the formula for the shows. Now, what happens, they go, every week, every episode, they have a skill, and they have a group signature challenge, I want to say, of which they learn a routine by a choreographer, and then the person who wins get to pick, a solo, duet, trio, and then that's what they end up with, and they can also have group dances. And so, there's a theme, and there's a skill, like survival technique, character, strength, all of those things. So, let's see here. What happens? Okay, so let me see here. So, I have my teeth, with one of my teeth. So then they rehearse for the group challenge, and then they present it in the big auditorium. And there's two other judges. Who is, one of them is Richie Jackson, who, was the choreographer and visual designer of the, Lady Gaga, apparently. And there was, another woman called Robin Anton, who choreographs for, the Pussycat Dolls, apparently. So, there was not only Abby as the judge and the head of the show, almost taking on an equal role to those judges, but those, two others as well. And, like every competition, one of them gets eliminated each week. And there is a little bit of drama from the moms. Now, I really, really recommend that you go and you see that show for yourself. What is probably going to happen is I've already seen a couple episodes. We're going to be, on occasion, seeing maybe one or all of the episodes. It'll probably be in the evening time, upstairs on that, on that TV, look, if I can find the Lifetime channel, and if I can, figure out, how to get that on there, then yes, we will do that. Otherwise, you'll watch it on your own, and then we'll talk about it a little bit, what happens, and again, it's a little bit more mellowed down than the Dance Moms, and puts more attention on the actual dance rather than the kids, the moms, the drama, and it only shows, just doesn't put enough emphasis on the dancing, unlike this show. I think it's a very, very easy thing to watch. It's a little bit shorter, as I've already told you all this information before. So, let's see here. Now, what's going to be happening is we're going to be having a miniature extension to what we're doing. I told all of you this, and I'll tell you now. is that I might plan on a lot of things to happen. I might have enough going on, but all of a sudden something just comes up. And because Yvette is here with us at the Menton temporarily, and she will be here for as long as I really don't know, because when I was in trust, that's as the Menton ruling, as when that person leaves. So Yvette Waltz is our new Menton guest, who will be here for quite a bit of time. Now, Kathy has gone off to Candy Apples. I told her that she doesn't need to be here if she didn't want to. So she has a lot of business. A lot of really, really big and important things happening with her classes and competition teams, for the regionals and nationals and everything in the competitions. So she will be gone. Cloning machines are all in working. But again, losing interest in that person decided. I did not push that person's decision. She decided on her own, and I think that it was a very, very good decision to make, very, very smart decision to make, because you need to be there as a dance teacher at her own studio, and that will happen with Yvette and Abby, because they're both studio owners and they both have competition teams and classes and regionals, nationals, everything going on. So that will happen on occasion. They'll be leaving a couple of days, and Yvette will stay here while Abby is gone, vice versa, all those types of things. So what's going to be going on is we're going to be exploring the customs, and one of them will include the artsy custom, which really has to do with the accent of Yvette. And if you go on my website, then you will see on my Menton, on my page, and you'll see the whole long list of customs. Okay, and also wars, and all the songs, all of the occasions, all of the events that we have, all of the individuals, like the whole history, and just everything unbelievable tech thing, just anything concerning the Menton. So, one of those customs is the artsy custom, of which I know someone from Food Network Star. And I also know another individual who is in resemblance to our new Menton guest. As I said, works at the south side of the street, and she's an art teacher. She teaches art, and I think that Yvette teaches art because art's very genuine. Dance is a form of art. Dance is the combination of being physical and then putting art to it, putting acting to it, and a lot of other things. And also with karate, it could be cheerleading influence, but I think cheerleading influence by dance. But that's not what these two do. So, so in addition to all of the times that you have with Abby teaching, choreographing, Yvette will be doing her own part and having her own, I want to use the term, sessions with all of you. And in addition for all of the girls of Dance Moms, what they are doing right now is they're going back home. They're back in Pittsburgh right now. They're going to take a break from the Edmonton, and I let them. Again, I didn't influence their decision. They wanted to break. They needed to attend to things back home and everything else and family. So they'll be coming back here, but they're just gone temporarily. And I hope that, I think that they're working on the routines that they need to work on. So let me just remind you all what those routines are. I do not have the board down here, and just kind of overview what we're going to be working on. So the routines, and I'm sure that you probably know these dancers as well, don't you? Okay, so Chloe is doing a solo name I cannot remember, but one that she was very, very successful on. And we're doing Nutcracker for her, and a dance called Healthy. Going with the custom. Going with one of the customs, and a customary resemblance is the healthy health custom. You don't know what all of these things are, but once you get into how things work here at the Edmonton, and all of the Edmontons, and you'll understand what I'm talking about. But every new person comes in and they say, "What the heck are you talking about? That makes no sense. That is so weird." I hear it all the time. So, healthy health custom, and the Nutcracker. The Nutcracker, indeed. It's the opposite time of year, and circumstances say that I might have to push. I might have to push it to June, later in June. Probably just because we're talking about the Nutcracker and just kind of the opposite, because June opposite December. Maybe the 24th, but I don't know. So, Nia is doing I'll Do Anything For You, and then down by Vedessa, where she is playing Iridessa, the fairy in Tinkerbell, with like a yellow leaf-like dress. She looks the part, and I think that it'll be a really, really, very good lyrical, and just a beautiful, mature dance for her. And I think that there's going to be someone else in the Nutcracker who will be playing the lead role as Clara, but I know that Chloe will be playing the Sugar Plum Princess, and I think that Maddie will be playing Clara. So anyway, Kendall is going to be doing Queen of Hearts, and also, Where Is My Salvation? I Can't Live on This Dough, a song that I am, it's kind of an extension off of Elsa in Frozen, of which the actress playing her had a birthday recently. So, so let's see here. Where Is My Salvation? I Can't Live on This Dough. Elsa on the Mountain, Feeling Alone, and die of starvation, and all those. Just be prepared that in the song, that most of the words end with Asian. That's the intent. I think it's gonna be like like you're just doing every word in the box. It is kind of a long song because I am a descriptive songwriter and composer and talker. So and writer as well. So that's gonna be that. And then Maddie, one of her finest solos, and and also I think that I'm gonna change the main solo, the Rain in Libra season, to just being Libra. After all, that's her birth sign, and there'll be plenty of time if I'm gonna postpone the concert later in June. So she'll be doing the solo Libra, which is, a zodiac sign. And by the way, we're going astrological now, so, by the way, that reminds me. Did you print out your, chart information? Did you put that into, like, a calculator? Okay. Wonderful. Alright, so you'll plan on doing it later. Okay, excellent. Wonderful. So, let's see here. She's doing that. Maddie's doing that. And let's see who else. Brooke and Paige, two of her finest solos. Two of the finest, in addition to everyone else. Most well known. Most famous, and those favorite solos. So the ones that they're the strongest on, and the ones that they know the best. Famous. Okay, so let's see here. Is that everybody? Did I forget anybody? I don't think that I did. Okay. So now that we have talked about that, I want to get to something else. Let's see here. So, I went over the solos, and then what's going to happen is we're going to be reviewing that Gemini MI song. Reminder, the clubbists will not be meeting today. It will not be meeting today. But it will be meeting most likely tomorrow. So, Gemini MI, and we'll probably work on A Million Dreams today sometime, which really represents the A Million Dreams dancing well. And of course, the Gemini and I song. So anyway, let's see here. And it's probably not, yes, I agree with you. The Gemini and I it doesn't sound like the best song, but when we put the live instruments and our own additions to it, and when you sing it like a choir performance kind of thing, like kind of a jazzy choir performance, it'll sound a lot better. I'm pretty sure about it. So, let's see here. Let's see if we can do another one of these. One of the ones that I've heard before. Now, I want to go back to the solo for Kendall. Because what's going to be happening is, actually, do I want to include that? Well, I don't think that it hurt. The concerts are way off. So, I'm actually adding in a solo, which there will be a lot of time to get that perfect and get it perfected. But it's called North of the Mountain, which is very Frozen. Think of Elsa, and it'll make a very, very good addition to that Will Is My Salvation. I Can't Live on the Stove. So I just want you to hear it because it's beautiful. It's a little bit wintry, but any time of year it's good for listening to it. It's pretty. I think this will make a really pretty dance. definitely agree. It is beautiful. I think it'll make a fine dance. I like this part. It's kind of subtle. I like this. It's from Alfred Music Orchestra. It's like this publishing company that has a lot of music. Okay, that was amazing. I'll see about that. But so let me see. I wonder if I have anything else that I want to go over. No, not really, not come to think of it. Okay, so, everybody, so what's gonna happen is we're gonna take a break. We're gonna come back and we're going to go over Gemini and I, and maybe we'll do another song, if, it comes time. That's what I wanted to do for that. Let's see here. Now, all of you can go do things for a little bit, and Yvette, do you want to add in anything? Okay. You read my mind, what I was going to ask. Okay. Now, we'll come back. We'll do what I said already.